Friends, what is up? Greg Newmaster coming at you with another action figure review. Today I have Star Wars The Vintage Collection ARC Trooper 5s from the Clone Wars cartoon show. Excellent show if you haven't watched that, or Rebels. As I've said before in earlier reviews, the Clone Wars really makes the prequels way more watchable, makes them better. The voice acting is fantastic. I like the guy who plays Anakin, and he gives Anakin a lot more personality. And it's also the story that we always wanted to see when George Lucas had always alluded to making the prequels. The story of Anakin Skywalker, the hero, the great Jedi, the great starfighter, in the Clone Wars. And that's always, that's the big part of Star Wars A New Hope. Luke first meets Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan tells him about Anakin and how great he was. So then we got the Clone Wars, thank God. It'd be even better in live action. I know they're incorporating a lot of stuff from the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels into The Mandalorian, which is super duper exciting. But anyhow, in the Clone Wars, we got the story of the clones, which makes them fleshed out instead of just one-dimensional characters, and they're really interesting and they're really awesome. And the clones were all made from the DNA of Jango Fett, and Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett as well, but he's unaltered and he grows up. He's created as a baby and grows into a man instead of just being a full-fledged adult. So today I have Fives. Fives was super important in the Clone Wars because he was the clone that discovered that they had inhibitor chips in their brains, and he discovered the plot of Order 66 by Darth Sidious, the order that would turn the clones against the Jedis and kill them all, which became known as the Great Jedi Purge. So Fives was a pretty awesome clone. I mean, it's hard to distinguish them because they're all clones. So it's like, Rex, Cody, Fives, Jesse. I really liked the episodes with the Bad Batch in the newest season because the clones were really individualistic and had different personalities, so it was a lot more fun. Like the main clones on the Clone Wars, they're all just so similar, it's hard to keep them straight. My personal favorite clone is Captain Rex. I really am disappointed with the Vintage Collection action figure of Captain Rex because his helmet doesn't come off and you don't get to see his head. Which is why I had to pick up this Fives figure. And also I missed out on the 3-pack of Fives, Jesse, and Echo. And now it's like crazy expensive on the secondary market. So anyhow, I got Fives, and I got this a little bit cheaper on eBay because the package is clearly damaged. Looks like he came off the card and he was crushed a little bit. But the figure looks fine, so I was really excited. So let's get into the review. Here is the image on the card. Card looks really good. I love how they took the cartoon characters and made them realistic looking. I really hope they do a Vintage Collection Rebels figures. They did them in the 6-inch first, which was really, really annoying. But they did not do the Vintage Collection Rebels figures such as Kanan and Ezra, Chopper, that whole crew. I would love those figures, so I hope Hasbro will do that. So that is the front of the card. That is the back of the card. We get Chirrut in this line, Fives, Hondo. You get Hondo if you also get the Galaxy's Edge Millennium Falcon. They already made this Luke Skywalker re-release again in the 3-pack. Clone Commander Wolf, Power Droid, K2. I'm going to do a review on him, and Luke in the Stormtrooper, uniform, which looks phenomenal because they give him a new head sculpt and it looks amazing. So let's get into Fives. The body mold looks the same, typically. They've done lots of clone troopers, but he looks really good. I mean, they do these new head sculpts, they do new paint jobs, which looks really, really great. Look, he even has a little tattoo on his head, like the detail on his helmet. Just like the accessories look fantastic. Like he has this sort of like shoulder pads and a pack. I don't think this is supposed to be a jet pack. It's supposed to be some sort of a pack with varying devices on it. He has 2 gun holders on his hips. The ARC troopers always come with these sort of special, I don't know, it's like drapery around their legs. I don't know, it just distinguishes them. They also have color instead of being all white. So, you know, for example, Fives platoon, they're always in blue. So it's like Fives and Rex. Rex is the commander, captain of this group. So the ARC troopers, they look really good. Really love the detail. This is removable, as you can see. Oh, look, so they got the double jointed head. So it's a double ball joint. They started doing that on their figures, which I like and I don't like, because say if you want to just swap heads or kit bash for whatever reason, you can only do it with the figures that have the double joint in them instead of just one solid ball joint like they used to have. But not bad. Oh, I love this articulation. Look at that articulation in his torso. Looks fantastic. Standard articulation for the shoulders. The shoulder pad inhibits it a little bit, so you can get them up about, all the way. No more past that. We got articulation in the elbows, goes about 90 degrees. We have it in the wrists, which I like, where it points down like this, as you can see. So that's really good for weapons holding hands. So we got that on both sides. We got swivel in the elbows. Nothing in the waist, but we have it in the torso. So we got swivel in the waist, and that's on a ball joint. So we got a lot of range of motion there. Let's see about the hips. Oh, there goes my ATST, just fell over. Let's see what we got on the hips there. Oh, nice. So they did articulate the hips there. So he is on, looks like some sort of it's like that ball joint. I don't like how they do this, but it's like a ball joint where you can kind of turn it out, and then there's like thigh cut. So if you want to do like a straddle or something, it works that way. I don't really like that though. Let's throw this back on here. Put his shoulder pads back on. See, my favorite thing about these clone troopers is that you have the removable helmet. Let's take a look at the helmet here. Helmet looks nice, really nice, painted very well. It's painted the way Fives had it on the TV show. Just nice little detail there. But I love the removable helmets. I mean, the new head sculpts are just so good looking. Look at that, like the shading, the painting, like under the eyes. Like this is so small, this is a 3.75 figure. So it looks fantastic. So also you get this figure in the 3-pack for those of you who are lucky enough to get this one. Right now they're like $150 to $200 on eBay. So if you missed out like I did, I'm not paying that much money for them. So you get the standard weapons with the clone troopers. You get the 2 pistol blasters that go on the sides there. This seems to be a staple of the clone troopers on the Clone Wars. Instead of just having one like rifle, like here's the standard rifle that a stormtrooper or a clone trooper would use. When he gets the 2 pistols, he gets the standard clone trooper blaster, and then they get this big boy as well. Commander Cody has that. But anyhow, really, really happy with this figure. Really happy to have it. Fives was a very important character. Like I said, he discovered Order 666, which later gave Ahsoka and Rex the information to get the chip out of Rex's head. Oh, look at that. That is articulated. That's new. Normally it's just sculpted up like that, but this little antenna comes down. Love that. Oh, that's awesome. That's a new thing. So I'm very excited about that. Look, so they can aim and have a sensor in there. Wow, that's really cool. So I was really happy about that. So let's compare him to, this is my vintage collection Rex figure. Now Rex, his helmet is not removable, and it's just on a ball joint like that. Like, I don't know why they would do that. Rex is by far the most popular and coolest clone trooper. And they didn't like sculpt his head. So that's super annoying. And they're re-releasing this figure, but they don't make it so his helmet is removable. So that's super stupid, and it's very annoying, and I'm really disappointed that they're doing that. So here he is compared to Rex, Captain Rex. See, they released this Commander Wolf figure. Here he is, and his helmet is removable. And look, just look at the difference. He's missing an eye. Like, that's really awesome. And, Fives isn't. Fives has that little tattoo, and he has a goatee. So it's those small differences that make them really cool. This is an older Captain Cody. So look at the quality of the head. And this is from the first wave of vintage collection. This is Cody and versus Fives. Just look at how much better this head looks than Cody's head. Cody's head is like sculpted weird. It just looks really generic, where this looks lifelike. So great job, Vintage Collection. Anyhow, yeah, I highly recommend this figure if you can get it. If you can't get the 3-pack, he's in the single. I'm sure they always do this. They release the figures in a 3-pack, and then they'll release them separately later on. So yeah, I highly recommend getting him if you couldn't get the 3-pack. If you're lucky to get the 3-pack, well, good for you guys, because I wasn't, and I'm not going to pay that much money for it. But great figure. Highly recommend buying it. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. God bless you all. Peace.